Okay. Hi YouTube, I'm back. So this will be part 3. I cleared off my entire SD card. I didn't even know like some of the stuff that was saved on there was saved on there. It's ridiculous. Okay, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Also, I did the cards in the last one. This is the printout from my doctor's office. It's called the Tanita Body Composition Analyzer. And it gives a lot of different information, and it is like a receipt that prints out when you get weighed for every visit. So it does your body type. For mine, it has standard, gender, female. It does your age, excuse me, your height, your weight. It calculates your BMI. So for my BMI, when I went on the 20th of February, my weight was 202, it looks like, and my BMI was 34.6, and it does your BMR, which I'm not real familiar with all of this, everything that this does, but it also does impedance, fat percentage, fat mass, FFM, TBW, desirable range. So my desirable range, I guess, for fat percentage is 21 to 33%, and for fat mass, it looks like it should be 13.8 to 25.4, and on this one it's 40, so I got a ways to go on that. This is the printout from this week that just passed. I went on Wednesday for my 9-month follow-up. Same information. So I went down on my BMI. The last time, 3 months ago, my BMI was 34.6. This time it was 33.9. The BMR was 69.35 last time, and this time it was 68.62. But like I said, I don't really understand everything. But what was interesting is that the nurse practitioner and I were talking, and one thing I love about her is that I can be honest and tell her exactly what I've been doing. She's not judgmental. She just always says, okay, where are you going from here? Like, give me your plan. And what was interesting is that on this one, she said, oh, yeah, your water is up by 3 pounds. Now, I don't know. I forgot to ask her because we get talking and, I completely forgot to ask her. I also wanted to ask the significance of measuring the neck. They didn't do it this time, but they did it the last time after surgery. This time it was a new nurse and she was being trained, and something crazy went on while in the middle of it. So the weigh-in process was a little distracted. But anyway, this is a little sticky they give you after you're weighed, and they do all of the calculations because your actual weight doesn't come out on that receipt. They have to compute whatever on here, and that gives you the weight. So I was 198.4 on Wednesday, and like I said, that's, gone up and down. So, whatever, but she was able to tell that 3 pounds, and I looked on this and I don't see it, but she was able to tell that 3 of the pounds were water weight, and she said, oh yeah, because you did say that you had been back into the carbs. Um, which I was honest, and I told her exactly what I'm doing because I don't want them to be like, oh, why is this woman not losing weight? And, she says she's doing everything right, and clearly I am not. So that's where I left off on part 1 that I wanted to get into with you guys. So what I was saying is that there's no mystery to me why my weight is not lower. I see a lot of people on YouTube who are 9 months out and have lost a lot more weight than I've lost. And I think the reason, or not I think, for me, I am quite certain that the reason is that I have fallen back into a lot of bad eating patterns. I don't know if I talked about it in another video, but PMS has always been a very stressful time for me. And not only stress as far as like, trying to control my moods because I feel very moody when I have PMS. I find it difficult to even smile. And it's funny because the funniest person in the world who normally makes me laugh when I have PMS, they are not funny. Like, I will just give them the stone face, like, and they could have told the funniest joke. And if I didn't have PMS, I would have been like splitting my sides laughing. But if I had PMS, nothing's funny. I don't want to be bothered. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. I don't want to be bothered. So anyway, along with that comes an alternation of eating like a ravenous little piglet, or moodiness and crying. So that kind of alternates every other month. So this month was eating like a ravenous little piglet. I did not do good at all this month. I vicariously bought snacks and goodies and like fooled myself by saying it was for the boys, knowing that, it wasn't conscious at the forefront of my mind when I was doing it, but now that I, processed it and yeah, I was buying that stuff for me. Like, I have never bought snacks for the boys since they've been alive. Like, not some of the crap I bought. I should take you to my snack cabinet. It is a sin what's going on in there. Um, I did used to buy a lot of snacks before the surgery when my nieces and nephew would come over because, Auntie's house is supposed to be fun. And the kids would eat it all, and it wasn't ever really an issue for me. When I had PMS, I just always went ahead and gave myself carte blanche to eat what the hell I wanted. And then after the carnage was over, I would just always get back on track. So I am hoping that I can do that this time. This is the first time, this is the first month that I have completely fallen off the wagon. Like, I relapsed like a crackhead. When I say it's bad, it was bad. I ate cookies and muffins and candy. Um, I even drink pop. I even drink a Pepsi. Like, what? Come on. Like, why did I even buy Pepsi and bring it into the house? Like, really? That was just ridiculous. You know what I told myself when I was buying it? It's summer, and we're cooking out, and there'll be neighbors coming by, and there'll be guests, and I gotta have something for the guests. Okay, like, you could clearly make a sugar-free beverage for the guest and put some ice in it. Just stop it, Kai. Like, I completely did not do good at all this month. So, with that being said and processed and realized, I'm completely owning it. I ate so terribly this month that I probably should have gained all my weight back. It was just really ugly. And not only did I eat bad things, but um, it was like constant ravenous eating. So I know I told you guys in the beginning that my sweet tooth was gone. It is back. It's back. Like, I can tolerate sweets again. Because for the first like 7, 8 months of the surgery, post-surgery, I could not tolerate sweets. Everything tasted too sweet. And it's still the same with certain beverages, but I sure enough could eat that cake I ate. Or it wasn't cake. It was like those little mini muffins. And yes, they got stuck in here. And yes, I washed it down with some Pepsi and other foolishness. Okay, I've done my confessional. I've asked God for strength. I'm moving on from this point. I got to get it back together. This surgery was too important and means too much to me to throw it all away. And for me, it really does boil right down to willpower. The desire to eat bad things is so strong, it doesn't seem like it's willpower. It seems almost as if you have to do what your mind and your body is telling you to do. But I know that with addictions, you can tell yourself no. You can move past it, and I'm going to do it because I didn't have this surgery just to go back and gain all of the weight that I lost. I learned some really good skills and techniques in this first 9 months, and I'm going to put them to practice and use them. I'm going back to basics. So what I'm going to do is go back to phase 1 of the South Beach diet. I told you guys many videos ago that that's what my surgeon's office uses, because you have to lose 5% of your body weight to qualify for surgery. So they asked us to buy the South Beach diet book and to use the South Beach diet to lose that 5%. And I did. I lost more than 5%. I lost 35%. I was very diligent on the diet. Actually, after reading about the diet, because you read the first 100 some odd pages, and it basically explains to you why you're um, following this meal plan, how it helps your body. And if anybody is familiar with it, you're probably doing the hallelujah right now, because, it does. It makes sense once you read it. but I've gotten very far away from phase one, because phase one is no carbs, and it's for 2 weeks. And yes, you feel very crabby when you're on it, but you know what? I have to. I have to rid my system of the desire for carbohydrates, and phase one will do it for you because you have no carbohydrates in phase one. So I am going back there, and I have got to get back on the wagon, dust myself off, and just come on and finish this journey. I mean, or not finish it because it's a lifelong journey, but just come on and get back with the living. I've come too far, I feel, and the surgery was way too drastic to throw it all away. Okay. So those are my outfits, and I'm sorry, those are my plans for getting back on track, and I'm going to do it. I'm also planning to use my Fitness Pal on a daily basis, and I saw on there when I went on the other day that you can actually, or that it actually, I guess, other people can go on your Fitness Pal, and it says things like, Kai has not logged on in a week or a day or a month. Maybe she needs support and encouragement. Anybody who can go on to my Fitness Pal or gets a message, I don't really know how it works completely, but if anybody can, like, look at that and encourage me, please do it. I need all of the accountability possible. Um, So that's my plan. Also, I have not been exercising enough, not frequently enough, not hard enough, not consistently enough. I have to do that. That's the other thing. I have to add in that exercise. I mean, for goodness sakes, I have the energy now. I can totally do it. Like, I don't get winded. I went on a class field trip with my son to a park we have here in Buffalo called Delaware Park. It was a really nice nature hike slash walk. We went on a walking bridge over one of our major expressways, right over the 198, and it's like a really steep climb. And I did it with no problem whatsoever. In fact, I even jogged. You know, I was like trying to motivate my son because he was kind of getting tired, and the other little people who were in our group. So I was like, come on, let's go, guys. And I was like Rocky Balboa, you know. So clearly I have the energy to do it. I am just a lazy bum sometimes and don't. And I know I said before, I have no problem with resting on my laurels. And, um, you know, it all plays into it. It all plays into me falling off the wagon. So I got to get back on. There's no more excuses. I got to keep going. I've been at this weight for way too long, and even though I say it feels good, and that is true. I mean, this size does feel good. I imagine that every size I get to is going to feel good because it just feels good to lose weight. You get like flexibility you didn't know you had, clothes fit that didn't fit before. I just feel really great at this point, but I imagine that I will not continue to feel great or continue to lose if I don't get myself on track. So anyway, enough about that. Okay, so future plans. I'm going to go back to phase one. I told you before, Monday is like my big rebirth. So Monday's my rebirth. I'm going to be starting phase one on Monday, which is no carbs for 2 weeks. So I will be kind of moody. I'm going to try and do like maybe a daily video to stay accountable. I'm going to track my intake on Fitness Pal. I must get back to doing my 64 ounces of water a day. I fell off with that too. Um, and my exercise, at least 30 minutes a day. Got to do that. I also wanted to get some feedback from you guys.